Okay. Getting an update through, and we are golden, I think. Yes, we are. Just need to wait for the notification, and I'm gonna wait for some people to get in here. Ugh. Ugh. For anybody that's seeing the video version of this on YouTube, I hope you guys have been well. Things could be better on my end, but they're not awful. Just had delicious Chinese food with my dad, so that's nice. Thing is, I think I might have had too much. I stuffed myself. Oh man, it was a lot. So, that was good. But besides that, it's just kind of a regular day. Doing the Outer Worlds today, and like I did last time, when this is finished, I'll be uploading the video version of this onto Open Couch Gaming on YouTube. So be sure to follow me on there as well, just so you can see these streams if you haven't caught the whole thing. Alright, that should be enough time. So, yesterday I did play a little bit of this on my own. Not anything story related, because I wanted to, do that for everybody, but I did like some side quests. I took care of the grave quest, and I took care of a quest where I had to take some bounties, essentially. And I learned some interesting things from those two particular side quests. One, the way that bounties are handled here is that you do indeed kill all your targets and you bring them back their fingers, which I think is very, very bizarre. And then for the grave quest, it was interesting. I learned about how there was this person that shot themselves, and I was like, alright, so yeah, corporation employees, of course, there's some miserable people in the bunch. But apparently the dude, apparently that almost ended up making the whole town pay a fine for that, which is just, crazy. I mean, I'll explain in more detail in a second.
Try using small words for me.
I'll explain in more detail once I finish here.
Because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson? I think there's someone here to see you.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking. Let's start over. Walk me through the process. Show me where it's going awry.
Well, sure.
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
Alright, so before I continue, I'll explain a bit of detail as to what happened in one of the side quests. So what happened was, I was collecting the graveyard fees from somebody, and as it turns out, they were paying for the actual dead employee whom was the one that offed himself. Now, I asked, like, oh, so by, person next in line or person next in relative, that means you're related to him? And she's like, no, I pay for his graveyard fees because I was the closest person to him when I found his body. And I'm sitting here with my eyebrows raised like, pardon? And then this NPC goes on to explain, and not just that, but if this was ruled as a suicide, then that means the entire town would have to pay a very massive fee to the company in order to pay off for any kind of damages that this would cause to the morale. And I'm like, what? But then as it turns out, the guy was hopped up on some drugs that, caused him to hallucinate or have some kind of hysteria. So thankfully the town didn't have to pay, but good God. Like, the politics in this is really weird. Like, the world building in this is very interesting, but my God, I was just taken aback by the whole prospect. Okay, so yeah, that's what I did off stream. I just learned a bit more about the town of Edgewater and learned a bit about how things are done around here. Oh, and I was also made deputy, and I found a sniper rifle, so that's nice. Well, technically it's a hunting rifle, but I use it as a sniper rifle anyway.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I must say, wearing a Marauder's outfit is in very poor taste. I do wish you'd show your uniform a little more respect.
Oh, that's right. I'm wearing a. Oh, that's right. I forgot. So apparently, what you're wearing can reflect on what characters say to you. Because I remember seeing on Pat's stream on Pat Stairs app that he was also wearing a Marauder's outfit. I just put this on without thinking because I was in the middle of a bounty hunt and I needed the higher armor than my hibernation suit. So I was like, I'll switch it. No, still matters.
Yes, so it dawns on me. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Fine. Let me guess. You want me to do something for me? You want me to do something for you before you'll help me?
My proposition benefits the both of us. Please, hear me out. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that
Keyword
power
mostly, I
is
bet.
squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us.
Aha.
You can have their regulator and be along on your way.
Yeah. Wow, literally the dialogue is thinking for me. When you say mostly abandoned, what do you mean?
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
What a surprise. Oh, let's see. Tell me what I need to do. What a surprise. I never would have guessed. I don't think these people will take kindly to losing their power. You mean marauders? Marauders aren't people. Oh, I don't think I'm going to be a part of the Spacer's Choice faction. I know there's multiple corporations you can kind of fall under favor with, and I don't think I like Spacer's Choice. They make people into tools.
No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts.
Oh.
I need them to come home.
Aha. Oh god, I could be a total sniper, like true neutral asshole about this. If you want me to solve your deserter problem, I charge by the head. That sounds really good. I need them back at their posts, I need them to come home. Why would he need them to come home if they're deserters? Because if they are very adamant about not maybe as like a sort of, I'll show them that I'm the proposition that they need to return to. That's a tough question. Or no, this is a tough proposition. Go between why or if you want me to solve your deserter problem, I charge by the... You know what? Let's go with this.
Good Lord, no, I don't want you killing anyone, least of all them.
Okay.
That by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come.
Alright, so either way it
down.
would have had them result to
Go to the
this.
plant. I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
How will I recognize Adeline?
Adelaide's older than
Adelaide.
the deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership.
These workers must have left for a reason. Doesn't want to come back.
That is not a hypothetical I enjoy entertaining. We need Adelaide back. Nonetheless, I will settle for the return of her followers. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that.
Probably say I can't make any promises because if they're asking me to cut a community's power off.
Of course, I understand completely. Here, let me give you the passcode to the geothermal
Geothermal.
lab.
Okay.
Sign of good faith for so politely listening to me as I ramble on.
Are you setting off for the Vale? Because I know my way around. I mean, in case you want a guide. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sorry.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you.
Okay, now I'm glad I didn't go for that lone wolf perk. Sure, I could use the company.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Hairpins.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Alright then, let's head out. C&P New Manager Seminar. Companions. You've gained a companion. These are characters that join in your adventures and help you in a variety of ways. Companions provide combat support, not combat support. Their skills enhance your skills, they increase your carrying capacity, and you can unlock special companion combat abilities with the Inspiration skill. Learn more about your companions in the companion ledger. Okay. Okay. Companion ledger. Where would that be? Ah, here we are. TNL makes the best gear for your friends and family. The Companion Ledger. This Companion Ledger allows you everything you need to know about your companions. You see their skills, stats, status effects, and gear. To change your companion's gear, first you set the item you want to swap out, then choose a compatible item to replace it with. You can also change how they behave in combat by selecting their preferred weapon, follow distance, and aggressiveness. Okay then. What do you have? You have a hammer and a light pistol. If you have a hammer... She strikes me as the kind that would be really... What are her skills? Okay, so she's got an 8 for that body armor. Retrofitted heavy power. She doesn't have any perk points. Okay. Let's see. Skills. Medium. Let's see. Skills, persuade 32, 22, lockpick 32, engineering 36. So she's like engineering type. Aggressive, defensive, passive. Let's see. Controls how men behave in combat. Passive only attacks the targets the companion has been explicitly told to. Defensive. Once told to attack a target, the companion continues to fight until combat is over. Player enters combat. I'll try aggressive for a bit, see how that goes. Weapons. Control which weapons the companions prefer to use. Melee primarily attacks with melee. Mixed switch between melee and ranged at distance enemies. Ranged only with... I'm going to go mixed and give her a shotgun. Distance. Medium. Controls the follow distance for this companion. Stay close to the player. Follow at a moderate distance. Follow from a distance. I think... yeah, I think I'm going to stick with those stats and give her a shotgun. There you go. Pavardi. Well then, Pavardi. Holcomb, right? Pavardi Holcomb. Let's do this. Leroy Jenkins, motherfucker.
Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
This is about the deserters. What's the other side of it? Figures. Reed didn't exactly strike me as the most honest soul. What he said seemed pretty straightforward to me. If I wanted to deal with nuisance, I wouldn't be this heavily armed. Let's move. Yeah, I mean, he seemed about as honest as... You know what? I'm not going to finish that statement.
Oh, he ain't a liar. He believes every word he says.
Oh, no.
It's just, he doesn't always get where other folk are talking from. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear.
Okay.
Quiet-like.
So, a tool to the biggest.
It gets replaced.
A ruler of tools.
I knew some of them before they left.
Can't blame anybody for wanting to leave. This town's got issues.
Life's hard here. Especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but Every family's got the one the rest whisper about.
Everyone's got a black
Thompson,
sheep
they
in
need to
some
take away
fashion.
power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
I suppose it couldn't hurt. We'll stop by. What do we need to talk to the vicar about? Flipping a switch in your power mill?
About if what Mr. Thompson proposes to do is upright. Leaving Miss McDevitt's folk to their fate. They're neighbors. Kin. And maybe he can think of something else to try. Something we ain't. He used to go walking outside town. Maybe he found something that'll help. It's just an idea. That's all.
Find some kind of compromise that'll work. Suppose that couldn't hurt. We'll stop by.
Thanks, mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Alright then. Let's go do this. So yeah, this is a new gun that I acquired on the off time that I had. Oh, hey, I've got a compare. Oh, that's what the D-pad is for. Aha! I was wondering, because up until now, I never really knew what the D-pad's function was supposed to be. Okay, controls your companions. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense now. All right. Glad I learned that. And actually, okay, so hold to, I guess, advance. Damn it. Let's see. I'm going to give her some better armor. There we go. I mean, it's not gracious. It's not very graceful looking, but hey, it's something pretty fitting for somebody with a shotgun. There. See any marauders? Not as far as I see. What's that pointing for? Oh. Oh, for the vicar. That's right. I'm dumb. I was like, wait, why are there two objective markers? I thought the vicar would be in the same area. But I guess not. Alright, let's go talk to this vicar guy. And then see what's happening is on the up and up, and if it isn't, then we'll try and find a workaround. If not, then we will just not bother.
I've always felt weird in here. Too clean.
Oh, that's really cool. So if she has a helmet on, her audio is muffled. I like that. Nice bit of detail. Sup?
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison. Anything at all. Spiritual counseling. This season's tossball predictions. The quickest way out of town.
Vardy wants to talk to you about what Reed asked us to do. How'd you know I'm an outsider? What spiritual advice do you offer?
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do?
Fix the geothermal plant, cut off Adelaide's deserters.
Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe it.
What do you think of Adelaide's group, Vicar? Right, great. Can we wrap this up? Oh, part of me wants to play a complete asshole, but nah, I'm just gonna play as if I'm a sniper.
They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice?
Depends on how well the leader can provide beyond your walls. So what do you advise?
Astute. But I am here, not in the deserter camp. So that's not a variable I can account for. Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Sounds like I've got my work cut out for me. Thank you for your time.
If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
I've been outside. I'm not impressed. And I can handle myself better than a vicar.
The marauders I met when I ventured outside the walls might agree with you. Bastards snuck up on me while I was dutifully hunting for a banned book in a collector's library. Barely escaped with my life. But you see, one of the reasons I transferred here was to get my hands on that heretical text. If you managed to acquire it for me, I'd pay quite a handsome sum for the book.
A handsome sum, you say? Tell me more. Why would a vicar be after a banned book? Will it be after a banned heretical book?
I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption.
Seems to me the authorities would be interested in hearing you after this contraband text. Before I agree to this. Yeah, what is this book?
It's a handwritten journal. A faded blue cover with the name Mbakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious? It is not only a beautiful relic of a bygone time, it's also the thoughts of an early thinker on the nature of man's place in the cosmos. Not many in this colony could understand its true value, should they ever read it.
I'll look for your book.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
I might as well do that on our way out. Alright then. Let's do this. And he pretty much suggests the same thing. Cut the power off and bring everybody here. Oh, that's pretty cool. The bestiary, it shows like a little page of the bestiary. Neat. Neat, neat, neat. Alright then, Pavardi. Let's do this. Oh, and I also ran into this guy over here for the Grave Quest who lives in this little landing pad area. And as it turns out, he's crazy and thinks the machines are trying to rebel against everybody. So yeah, very, very nice game overall. Whoa! That was sudden. TNL makes the best gear for your friends and family and companion perks. Your companions have leveled up and can be granted a new perk. Go to the companion page in your ledger and select the perk button to see the available perks. Oh, and I leveled up. Sweet. Let's go a bit more on the dialogue. And a bit more on the stealth. Alright. And Pavardi. Let's see. Healthy. Increase companion's maximum health. Alright. Boisterous. Increase the amount of threat this companion generates when attacking enemies, making them more likely to attack this companion. If I get heavier armor for her, then maybe. Sneaky. Decrease the amount of threat this opponent generates. Okay. Bonus support engineering. Increase your engineering skill when Pavardi is in your party. I'm going to go with this. There. Perfect. Oh, there's more things here. Oh, these fuckers. These things attacked me during one of the side quests.
Here we go.
Alright, Bavardi, how do you do?
Look it up.
Send your companion to a location, hold to order them back. Oh, okay. So that's how that works. Once your companion needs to attack. Ah, alright. Glad I learned that. And she did well. She shot those things down well. Boy, this is going to be a long trek over to this geothermal plant. I think what I'll do is I'll activate the power and then get that book for the Viker while I get back on my way back. That way I'll be able to kill 2 birds in one trip. Trip blade and nothing. I don't think these marauders really respawn here, so I should be okay traveling through here. Anything in this tin? I think I cleaned this place out. And over here it seems that it is clear. Perfect. Let's reload. Anything this away? No. Oh, it wasn't a bad trek at all.
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble.
Grace Ramiro. I like your name.
I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along.
I'm looking for Adelaide. I need some answers.
Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those.
I'm looking for the geothermal plant. Know anything about it? Reed said something about former workers living out in the wilderness. Yeah, I probably shouldn't mention Reed around them. That'd probably be liable to get a target painted on my face.
A geo what? Look, plants ain't my purview. You're better off asking after Adelaide. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you.
Where can I find Adelaide?
Over in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind.
We've all got problems. I just got shot into space. You and me both. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to repair my ship. Trouble with marauders?
You don't know what enough with the questions means? No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her.
Zoe. Yeah! Oh, that's right! I met her during my bounty hunting quest. Upbeat, a little strange, loves Rizzos. Yeah, I met Zoe. She was in a marauder camp.
Thank the Eternal. Wait, marauder camp? Is she alright?
Yeah, I slaughtered the marauders completely. You mean in the head, or she's become one of them, calls herself the Queen of the Marauders. She's fine, they were getting along. Which of these would be funnier? I'm gonna go with Queen of the Marauders.
Queen of the Marauders, huh? That's what comes of watching serials. Rots your grave. If you could bring her home, I'd be obliged. And if you could cross off some marauders on the way, I'd be much obliged.
I've got a question about Zoe.
I'll tell you what I can.
How old do you know her?
Well enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does.
You seem so personable. Can't imagine how you didn't get on with her.
She was lazy and thoughtless, but she's still one of our own.
Fair enough.
What is it?
I'll leave you be. Okay then. Wow, already 2 side quests. I'll take care of the Zoe issue after I deal with the Actually, the geothermal plant seems like it'd be something that would lock Zoe off of me. So now I'm debating if whether or not I should get Zoe first. Let me get Zoe first because that seems like something that improved the morale for Adelaide. So let's go ahead and check the journal. View kindred spirit. Yep. It was Stefan, right? Yes. Here he is.
You hungry? We got canid ribs, canid flank, canid snout too. Something I can help you with?
I'm told one of your numbers gone missing.
You mean Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go loping off.
Was she acting strange before she disappeared? Hold on, there was something else.
Hey, I got time.
Oh, okay, that's just to go
I'll
back.
help if I can. Can't say I recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper. She called it journaling, but I think it's just plain odd. You sound like some type of corporate fixer asking all these questions.
What happened? One day Zoe disappeared.
Zoe and I were gonna watch the serials, as is our custom. She never turned up. I looked around, but she was nowhere to be found.
Tell me about Zoe.
Zoe was always obsessed with this serial. Masked Marketeer. A scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics. Shame she up and vanished when she did. I had a surprise lined up for her.
What was that about surprising? What was that about surprising Zoe?
The other day I got my hands on a genuine copy of the latest Masked Marketeer. I was gonna surprise Zoe with it, but she was gone the next day.
Ah, so I tell her, hey, your friend's got a thing. Or no, I just tell her, hey, I've got a thing. You want to have it? Come back with me.
Not much of a chance, no. Mind if I ask why you're interested?
Zoe's living with marauders nearby. I need something to tempt her back to camp.
Zoe's living with marauders? Yeah, that sounds like the sort of sideways, brat-brained plan Zoe'd come up with. Yeah, it could be you're telling the truth. Or maybe you're trying to wheedle me into relinquishing my only copy of the Masked Marketeer. It's a collector's edition after all.
She asked me to do this, says she was angry with you. Look at my face. Do I look like I give a damn about your show? Honestly, that is the exact statement that I would give in this situation.
Yeah, you're probably right. A true fan would have displayed a gleam in their eye upon hearing the words collector's edition. Here you go. Latest copy of the Masked Marketeer. Tell Zoe we're all waiting on her.
Alright.
Fresh off the limb, and that includes canid meat.
Is he only selling food? Oh no, because he has a revolver. Revolver, mining gear, worker's outfit, makeshift low pressure suit. Okay. So it's like a medium part. Okay. Interesting. Well, let's go get Zoe. I get the feeling that I'll have a better standing with this town if I get Zoe back, so I might as well do that. Yeah, that was weird. I did not expect to actually encounter... Alright, when I saw Zoe, I was like, huh, okay, just an oddball NPC. But no, apparently there's a connection. Interesting. And yeah, I cleaned out this whole area when I went through for my bounty hunting quest. Question is, have those marauders respawned? I don't see the canids. But I don't see any of the marauders' dead bodies. Which could be either a good or
Anybody who ever came out this far.
which could be a good or bad thing. Oh, I guess their corpses must have despawned. Neat.
What I wouldn't do for a Wentworth.
I've been sent to find you.
Why? Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? Thanks, but I'm not going anywhere. This is where I belong.
Stefan told me about your favorite cereal.
So you tracked me down just to gab about the mass marketeer? I am impressed.
I've got it here. Yours if you promise to go back.
You actually have it? The episode where Lord Cavendish reveals he's been the mass marketeer all along? All right, you convinced me. I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose. Grace is gonna be glaring knives at me, so I've got that to look forward to.
Take care. Take care, crazy. Alright, so I guess I'd go tell Grace that I got her friend back. Oh, friend, question mark. Well, no, friend quotes, not question mark. It's been a long week. And man, I can feel the semester winding down. It's like start of November, my brain is just melting. Ugh. You ever feel that, folks, fellow students? When you're near the end of your semester and you can just feel your head starting to weigh down more.
What is it?
I talked Zoe into coming back.
We didn't always get along, but I'm glad to know she's safe. What happened, anyway?
She joined up with the band of marauders. They hadn't hurt her. Something about wanting to be an outlaw. I'd rather not get into it.
You pretty much did my job for me. Least I could do is pay you for your trouble. Let me know if I can do something for you.
Sweet. I don't know if this actually would affect my conversation with Adelaide, but at the very least, it helps. It helped a bit to be able to do that. And it wasn't a very long side quest anyway, so there we go. Deserter's reputation increased. Hey! Deserters are now agreeable. Well, who'da thunk? You gained bolter pistol. Ooh. Bolter pistol. Whoa. Whoa, what kind of... Let's see. Magazine size 18. Energy. Ooh. Oh, but... Oh, wait. It's level 5. I'm level 5. Okay. Whoo. Oh, man. I want to try it. Oh, I want to try it. Stun baton out. That big boy in.
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
This dude? Or this dude? Doesn't matter. Adelaide.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you bear an illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
I'm not here to join your camp. You must be Adelaide.
I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
Reed sent me to make peace with you. Ugh, excuse me.
Reed Thompson? You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
We're living off power that belongs to the town. Come back to the cannery. That's about it. Reed asked you to consider coming back to the town. He's willing to make amends. Something about coming back to the town or losing power. I wasn't really listening. Oh.
Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is care. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
Reed asked me to divert your power over to him. He mentioned the geothermal plant.
He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans?
Your camp has a power regulator. I needed to repair my ship.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
What have you got against the town? I'm not looking to get mixed up in your problems. I just want to fix my ship.
Well, if it's all the same to you, then you ought to divert power over to us, shut down Reed's cannery, and scrap it for parts.
Fair enough. What have you got against the town?
You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own labs. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scrap Spacer's choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
Ugh. You've made your point clear. I'll see what I can do. I don't much like you throwing that in her face to get me on your side. I hate how true that statement can sound. Oh! What do you have against people trying to make a living? Let's say I help you. What happens to Edgewater?
Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives.
You think Reed's just trying to spite you?
You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's counting on it.
I'll consider it.
I trust you will listen to your conscience.
Alright. Well, I mean, the place is pretty humble looking. Far be it from me to really judge somebody's lifestyle, but... I mean, it seems like the obvious good choice is to be like, oh yeah, I'll definitely do this. I'll divert power from Edgewater. That's an assault. There we go. Whisper, quiet muzzler. There we are. Do I have any mods for the... I do not. Okay, then. If I divert power from Edgewater, then that certainly means that I can... Yeah. And Pavardi... Oh, that's probably why Pavardi's my companion here. The geothermal plant probably requires some kind of engineering skill that I don't have at my disposal, but Pavardi has the skill, likely. So, she might be the one to end up making the decision. That is interesting. Alright, so because the geothermal plant's here... Wait a minute, I believe I saw robots here before. Robots that might destroy me. Yeah, looks like. Would it be possible to go through here, or do I have to find another way in?
I always wanted to poke around in here.
These bots don't strike me as very friendly. And I can't go through there. That window's pretty solid. Combat drone.
Investigating.
Probably should not be standing out in the open. Well, that's cool. She actually acknowledges my stealthing here. I mean, I know it's nothing new, but hey, she listened.
I'm ready for this. Down they go! Ah! I hit!
Where is she? Where'd she go? Is she dead? Well, shit, she's dead. Huh. Alright, I didn't think there was an entrance there. I wonder if it's possible to keep her alive. Yes, it is. And that was pretty quick. And you know what? For precaution's sake, I'm not going to have her go super aggressive. Aggressive, defensive. And probably at a ranged, actually. I don't think she's got the power for the... Yeah. There.
Okay, keep her quiet.
Actually, if I have the suppressor on this thing... Wait. Whisper, quiet muzzler, firing noise minus 66%. Alright. Might as well try this. Alright. So far, so good. Good thing there's no ammo limit so far. Because look at how much light ammo I've got. God damn. Energy canister. This canister holds the power cells of an mechanical. Okay. Keep that for later. Maybe I'll need to power a robot to be in my ship.
Poke around in here.
All right. Come on, turn around. Oh wow, it can see me between the cracks. Come on. Walk away. There we go. Perfect. Ooh, that scared me. Didn't see that there. Sorry if I'm quiet, it's just I'm trying to stealth around here. Don't want to be loud. Okay. Things are looking copacetic so far. Wait for the combat drone to turn around and whoa away, please. Yeah. Yeah, not a single shot fired that time. Okay. And hey, a vending machine.
Control room should be off to the right. I hope
Anything interesting? Dervish Mist. Mock apples. I think I've got enough. Let's see about this terminal. Oh, more heavy ammo. I'll take that. And a decapitated body. Access File 1. Spacer's Choice Property. I had to borrow your copy of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering. Radio's been spurting, and I need the reference. I've returned the copy to the repair bay. Chaos everywhere. Mechanical's gone haywire. Gunfire, hearing some screams. Oh, law, I think that was someone's leg. I would like to leave early for the day. Please deduct delinquency fee from my pay, thank you. Proud to be a member of Spacer's Choice family. Oh, the machines went all maximum overdrive on these poor guys. Alright, is this locked? Yes. Another terminal. Alright. Messages from Spacer's Choice. It's from Spacer's Choice to J. Braden. Miss Braden, this letter serves as an informal notification on our company's displeasure towards your management of the Emerald Vale geothermal plant. For reasons related to exceeding your staff budget in your latest quarterly report, please select 5 subordinates to be dismissed immediately. Additionally, please contact our office to schedule your official reprimand at your earliest convenience. Failure to schedule your official reprimand will result in an official reprimand. The Spacer's Choice family would like to collectively remind you that working for Spacer's Choice is not a right, but a privilege. To Spacer's Choice. To the esteemed members of the Emerald Vale Development and Oversight Committee, I hope this letter finds you wealthy. After due consideration of your last letter, I have identified and terminated no fewer than 5 subordinates who were unable to provide sufficient justification for their ongoing employment. I would like to remind the Oversight Committee that while most of the Emerald Vale has failed to meet its production and output quotas, particularly our agricultural and fishing/canning departments, neither of which are anywhere close to profitable, the Emerald Vale geothermal plant remains committed to providing cheap, cost-effective power to the entire region. Regards, Juno Braden. We have investigated the claims made against the profitability of the greater Emerald Vale region. Our offices agree with you. Agriculture and fishing/canning have experienced a steady decline while the Emerald Vale geothermal plant remains somewhat profitable. Our offices are currently investigating ways to implement additional cost-saving measures which will ultimately lead to a leaner, more streamlined, more efficient geothermal power plant. Please be informed that the Spacer's Choice Development and Oversight Office has taken a significant insurance policy against the Emerald Vale geothermal plant. The office would like to assure you that this insurance policy is a standard procedure. Do not attempt to interpret, understand, or otherwise extrapolate. That's it. I've never seen that written before. Extrapolate meaning from this decision. As special courtesy, we have deployed a proprietary team of engineering specialists to the Emerald Vale geothermal plant. This team This team of specialists has been instructed to refit and upgrade the plant's population of automechanicals free of charge. Thank you for your cooperation. Oh boy. So they send some engineers to put in machines, and the machines destroyed everything. Oh. Hey. Gotcha. One shot. That's all it takes. Anything on this thing? Shiny servo. The servo taken from an automechanical appears nearby brand new. Nearly brand new. Nearby? Oh, I thought the R and L combined were a B. The servo appears bright and shiny as if it were brand new or recently well cleaned. You would be proud to let it fulfill any of your servo-related needs. Okay, coolant tank. This tank holds a low-velocity heat transfer fluid used by automechanicals to regulate their internal temperature. It's almost certainly toxic. Alright. Cool. No pun intended on that, my bad. Okay, this is where I just came in from. And off to the right is where the mechanics are of all this. Worker outfit and weapon parts. And bit cartridge. Any others? And ooh, a new helmet. And that does, oh wow. Compared to, oh. It's a light armor, skill bonus, handguns +5. And what does this one give? Lockpick +5. Okay. Pavardi could probably benefit from the higher armor. But she doesn't have a handgun. Let's hold off on that for now. I think she's fine with what she's got right now for a kit. Terminal.
Wish I could do that.
Aha. An assault rifle and ammo. Energy cell ammo. Terminal. Unlock door. Warning, this facility is in a state of lockdown. Authorization passcode required. Enter passcode. Spacer Thompson. Accepted. Okay.
Got it. Heads down.
There we go. Flywheel. All right, that's new. Bit cartridge, all right. That's why I prefer to be a sniper in open world shooters. One shot and I'm done. Don't have to deal with it anymore. Corporate Service Award. A medium-sized award typically of the kind given out to annual company achievement banquets galaxy-wide. What was this award for? Most unused paid time off. Greatest amount of coffee drunk in one break. Fewest bathroom rests. You will never know. Oh, that hurts to read. Let's see. Okay. All right. I'm really liking this. This game is very fun. Like, I'm actually really enjoying myself. I mean, whether or not you guys enjoy watching me stealth around and snipe robots, that's up to you. But honestly, if I'm not sniping robots, then what the hell are video games accomplishing? I'll tell you, not a lot. Ah, the door's barred. That makes sense. So that seems like it'd be a very big encounter. I wonder if I could kill that thing. I probably could, but I wouldn't get a lot out of it. Ooh, combat drone. Dust it. Let's see. Is there anything back here? Whoa. More bits. And a body. Really nothing. Huh. And no enemies in here either. No items. Yeah, looks very emptied out. Elixir, capsule. Alright then. Use terminal. Plant status. Master control terminal. Plant status. This access report brought to you by Spacer's Choice. By Edgewater Botanical Lab. Alright, redirect power. Error. Power redirection function has failed. Manual override required. Please activate all 3 electrical track switches. Alright then. So I gotta head back anyway.
That'll be easy enough.
So I gotta head back this way anyway. Just gotta keep my eyes out for the enemies.
Here we go. That's the last of them.
Oh, just 2? How's your health? She should be fine.
Where are we headed?
You mentioned something earlier that I wanted to ask you about.
You mean about the mission being too clean?
Isn't it supposed to be clean? It's a church.
I know, but Vicker says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vicker sees as one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass.
You're a mechanic. Whenever you see a machine that needs to be fixing, it's an ideal. Not what we live in, but what we strive for.
It just comes off cold to me, is all.
Fair enough. Fair enough. A little too sterile. That's the other word for it. Less Mr. Clean and more like the music video for Black Hole Sun by Soundgarden. If you've seen that music video, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Or no, Pleasantville, which I think starred Tobey Maguire and Don Knotts. I could be wrong on that, but same principle. Like, so squeaky clean that you almost feel unnerved by it.
Go away, Phantom! Go away, Phantom!
Huh. Didn't expect for any actual survivors. Well, switch number 1.
2 more.
Hey.
What'll happen to Miss McDevitt's folk if we send power to the Vale?
I'll tell you what'll happen. Corporations will win.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah, we'll talk later.
Go away, Phantom!
Okay, so when I turn, the sound is to my left. So I get the sense that whoever this Higgins guy is, he's probably a level below me.
You're not real. You're not real. alone.
And this door. Oh!
Great work.
A workbench. Nice. Let's do a little breaking down. Attack skills +5. One-handed melee. Let's get rid of that. Melee weapon. Nope. I already have that, so no. And no. Disassemble that. I think everything's alright. Alright, so I don't have the ability to tinker anything. Might as well do some repairs. And I don't have enough weapon parts, that's fine.
Mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded.
That's why I'm heading up instead.
Want to go? If we send the power to Miss McDevitt, what happens to the rail? Here they come! Can't get past that armor! That's gotta hurt. Can't get past that armor!
Damn it! Ah, I was taking too much damage. Yeah, I didn't expect to open the door to be greeted with some drones.
Mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded.
Alright, so there's some drones. So there's some sentries downstairs.
Look out! Down they go! Everyone all right?
Those other machines don't seem like they're coming through the door. Interesting. Interesting.
Want to go? If we send the power to Miss McDevitt, what happens to the rail?
Town full of tools doesn't have its tools anymore. That's what happens. I might not be using that word correctly for this. Shut off steam release valves. Yes, for the love of God, let me do that. Let me have more room to run around in. Unlock this door, too.
Go away, Phantom.
Okay, where is this guy? Is he, like, down here? Yes, he is.
No, just leave me alone.
Bit cartridge. And one more level.
Go away, Phantom. You're not real. You're not real. Get away from me, Phantom. Shoot, scram.
Calm down, I'm not trying to hurt you. Most people don't see me coming.
Most people? But I'm the only one left. No. Remember your first rule, Higgins. No arguing with the Phantoms. See? See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting.
You're not imagining me.
Of course. Do excuse me. I experience brief flashes of mania during which I am visited by the phantoms of my imagination. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder.
What is it you do here? How long have you been down here?
Hard to say. By my reckoning, Higgins has been here somewhere between 2 weeks and forever. My recollection's a touch fuzzy these days.
Oh, so he refers to himself both in first and third person.
Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant.
You were an engineer? How have you been surviving all this time?
Jimmy'd opened the vending machines. That lasted a good couple of months. Eventually, I had to resort to more unconventional means of filling my insides.
So you ate sprats.
Braised, boiled, charred, skewered. Sprats are good eating, friend. Chock full of brain food.
You said you were an engineer. What'd you work on?
I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries. Repaired them, maintained, upgraded. Did it all from my old workroom just over in the next section.
If you worked on these mechanicals, you must know a way to stop them.
Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons.
I can deal with the mechanicals. I made it this far, didn't I?
You know, you remind me of myself back when I was an intergalactic adventurer. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead.
Save a lot of that. Mechanicals follow their behavior to their logic modules. Someone tampered with it.
Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the noble art of mechanical engineering. There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the mechanicals act, including whom they shoot at. Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. Here, let me just write it down for you.
I'll just, excuse myself. Let's see. Routing switch, mechanical control terminal. Alright, I will do the mechanical control terminal because I imagine those machines can get really overwhelming. So if I can be able to come out of this encounter with more ammo and less robots to have to deal with, then honestly, that's music to my ears. Modify behavior. Select new target. Then manage to target intruders. Any attempt to define intruders. Spacer choice auto mechanicals. Ah, let the madness ensue. Oh, these are locker rooms. And, yeah, lavatory. Alright. That's the first switch. Oh, they must have taken each other out. Perfect. Ah, that's right. Okay. Alright, I went in the wrong direction. Hold on. Okay, here we are. Thought they all destroyed each other. Ah, so the combat drone's the only one that lived. Alright, I'll just take out the combat drone, since it's only one.
Here we go! Still messy.
Look at that. I only used up 2 bullets compared to how many more I'd have to use fighting all of them. And I get to reap all the benefits. And number 3.
I'm not sure what the ride is. All I know is the decision's final.
The decision is final, and I think the decision is Edgewater could really use to not be a thing anymore. I mean, my god. Squalor's just crazy. Alright.
Once we do this, there's no going back. Hey, mister? Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do?
I wouldn't mind hearing your opinion.
I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished.
I see your point. I think I'm ready to make a decision. Reed tells me Edgewater's going to die without workers in power. The deserters are a community. I can't destroy what they built.
Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow she's talked the ground into giving life again. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. Gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that kind of hatred?
Reed tells me Edgewater's going to die without workers in power.
That sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family. In Mr. Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to survive. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way.
Well, you see, you say that, except if corporate doesn't pay attention to them anyway, then honestly they're not going to miss them if they're gone.
Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something.
No, don't be sorry about it. Glad you did, and I like hearing from you.
Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
Alright. Redirect power. Continue. Redirect power to 22% efficiency. Power is currently being distributed to both of those. Now, do I reroute to Edgewater or to Botanical Laboratory? I mean, if the good people are hardworking, then it's likely they do well for the Botanical Laboratory anyway, unless they decide not to. But again, Edgewater just isn't paid attention to by Spacer's Choice anyway, so yeah. They kind of brainwashed this poor girl, so there. She probably has some words for me on that.
I can't stop thinking on Edgewater, Captain. I'm glad the deserters are gonna be alright now they got power, but what about the town? All those people.
Well, I leveled up, so let's see what I can do. Do I want to increase my melee? Probably in the event of me not getting any, Probably in the event of me not really getting any good, ammo for a while, so sure. Let's do a little bit more on the stealth, too. Let's apply those changes. Melee power attacks. I know. And a perk. Cheetah, they're not slow, but they're not slow, you're just fast. Strider, Lone Wolf, Slow the World. Demo companions teach you a lot about killing. Vendor prices, tactical time dilation, recharge rate. I barely use it, but sure. Hey, I mean, Spacer's Choice barely paid attention to Edgewater anyway, so honestly, I feel better about it.
Unexpected. Processing data.
Let's go ahead and get ourselves out of here. Is there a breakable section of the wall or any part of which we can get out? Does not look like it.
Processing. Sweeping the area.
Incoming!
Alrighty. Good. Let's see. Last 30 seconds. All right. Sneaking in was the best option, as it turns out. And you know what? Let's check that other quest that I had for the vicar. Oh, it's right there. Perfect. Had a clean shot, indeed.
Watch out! Nice one!
Oh god, did she die again? Okay, no, she's still alive. Ooh, wreckage. Doesn't look like there's anything interesting. Alright, let's go get this. I imagine there's some wildlife that isn't going to be very happy that I'm here. Are those mines? Yes!
Clever.
Okay, journal, necklace. It's a pretty necklace if you are into that sort of thing. Isn't this a strong fashion statement? Look at my neck. There's something on it. A pretty something. Look at it. Yeah, it does not look like there's much else. Anything on the other side of this cave? Yes, and something that I do not want any part of. Let's get the hell out of here. I don't want to go with those primals. Those things will fuck me up. And I mean, Edgewater's right there, so yeah. Might as well not die when I'm on this close to the objective. What's the red? Are there enemies nearby? Well, I imagine the people of Edgewater are going to be pretty pissed. Yup. They're pretty pissed. How about I just circumvent around here? Alright, let's just give him his book, and then we'll be set.
All the lights in town went out. Since then, I've had wild-eyed workers begging my guidance. I'm surprised you would go along with this action, Ms. Holcomb.
I'm not sure what the right and wrong of it is, sir. But leaving the deserters with neither walls nor lights would have left them to the mercy of marauders.
Let's hope walls alone are sufficient, then.
These people are sick and overworked. Things had to change. Fuck this town and fuck Reed Thompson. Oh, I want to say that so badly.
Oh, inarguably. This town was a pustule on the ass of the architect. Metaphorically speaking. You took it upon yourself to decide the fate of strangers. I don't know whether that's confidence or arrogance. Either way, I'm fascinated.
I got your book.
Wonderful. This is fantastic. Well worth all the sacrifices I... Wait. What the fuck is this? Is this French? I can't fucking read French. It's a law-forsaken joke is what it is. French. Ha! I was so high and mighty, preaching to the yokels about following the plan, while fighting it at every turn.
Oh, you don't want that book to keep for others reading it? You just want it for yourself? You're overreacting a bit, don't you think?
Overreacting? Do you have any idea how many years I spent in... No. You couldn't possibly know, could you? I've spent my life searching for the keys to unlocking the secrets of the universal equation that underlies the plan. I had hoped this book held some of those answers. I became so desperate, I even got myself assigned to this plague-ridden backwater to find the damn thing. All the time and suffering I've spent. Wasted.
Because it's French. At least you still have your mission work here to give your life a meaningful purpose. Why do you think the book held the secrets you were looking for? This has to be some kind of cosmic retribution.
Yes, you're right. Such are the workings of the equation. And I've only my own hubris to blame. I certainly never planned for this contingency. But that's neither here nor there. What I need to do now is to find a translator, obviously. But to do that, I'll first need to secure transport. You have a ship. Perhaps I could make myself of use to your crew.
Could be beneficial arrangement. You need to ride out of town. I wouldn't mind a ship hand. What's in it for me?
Free spiritual counseling, someone to watch your back. Not to mention a grown-up in the party.
I'm 28.
Exactly. Tossball stick, or any blunt instrument, really. I'm also a passable gun hand if it comes to that. I can usually talk my way out of conflict, though. Oh, I'm fairly competent at hacking computers as well.
That all part of your vicar training?
Well, understanding computers is, though I admit I took it further than most. And I was quite the 32nd back during my seminary days. Left many an opponent bleeding on the field.
Are you even a vicar? Because you aren't sounding very vicarly right now.
Of course. I'm a vicar who is dedicated to his calling. More dedicated than any other you'll find in this colony. I joined the OSI to help decipher the grand plan. But instead, I ended up the vicar in a prison due to ignorance and politics. Then I came here. Satisfied?
Sounds good. Let's
Fantastic.
go.
Let me get my things in order and I'll catch up with you.
Edgewater's gonna miss you. Folk here always had good things to say about their vicar.
Thank you, Ms. Holcomb. I'll be glad for the change of scenery and to leave this place behind. I shall see you on the ship, Captain, whenever you're ready to leave Emerald Vale.
All right, then. So we've got that done. We gained 2 new people. Neat. And I guess it automatically put me to... Yes, it did. All right. Let's see what Reed has to say about this.
Is Reed hiding in there?
Mr. Thompson is aware of your concerns.
Oof, I imagine he's going to be very cross.
You want to know what gets my bile churning? Edgewater has suffered a cavalcade of disasters. Plague, marauders, desertion. Then you wandered in town. And I was so damn sure our luck was starting to turn. I never knew how right I was. Just answer one question for me. Why'd you do it?
Because your town's full of tools. I don't know, to teach you a lesson.
Is that right? I'm dying to hear this. Please, educate me.
Adelaide had the right idea. I had to make you see that. You're all slaves to Spacer's choice. I'm liberating you. Life is full of betrayals. I'm just the most recent one. You're a horrible person. You deserve everything that's coming to you. Spacer's choice. I'm liberating you guys, man.
Liberated? Edgewater is my home. The only home I've ever had. I put down roots here. Gave decades of my life to this place. I never asked to be liberated. Whatever you were hoping to find down here, I advise you to turn around and leave. I have got guards posted with orders to fire on you. Apologies won't give us our lives back, but for what it's worth, I am sorry too.
I'm ready. Nice one.
Oh, this is a horrible idea. I should probably reload. Oh, good lord. Yeah, I should probably reload. Whoo boy. Alright, now leveled up again.
Something you need?
Something we'll talk later. Alright, so we have a power regulator now. And it just took the expense of a whole town. Probably not the wisest choice I've made so far. I mean, I just made an enemy of a whole town and pissed off a company to some regard. And I guess I'm no longer deputy of the town. So that helps. And out we go. Well, this was certainly unexpected. I did not really... I honestly, I didn't even know what was going to happen. And it says return to Silas, so I'll see if I could talk to him, but I'm pretty confident he would want my head on a spike. Hello.
Incoming! That's the last of them.
Yeah. He pissed. And I'm guessing that job for him is now under... Yeah, it's botched. Alright, so... Yeah, I've essentially sent this town into its doom. Huh. Alright then. But hey, at least I have my power regulator. Oh man, I feel like a dick. But then again, that community out in the deserters area still feels like a better proposition. There's a wreckage here with a bunch of primals. I remember I died to them before on the first stream I did. Where are they? I don't see them. Are they not around here? Or are they... No, I definitely remember seeing primals. Weird. Alright. Cool. Yeah, I don't see him. Odd. Very odd. But hey, I've got something for my ship now.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. Edgewater won't last another season without power, but that don't change the fact that I'm indentured to Spacer's Choice. Company expects me back in my post.
Those deserters left Edgewater behind. Nothing keeps you from doing the same.
I have imagined it, but until you came along, I never thought I had the choice. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves for my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think?
I'd be glad to have you along. Pick a cabin. It's yours.
Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, mister. Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
Well, I certainly am looking forward to flying on a ship named the Unreliable. I'll just head upstairs and claim a room.
Where are we headed?
All right.
Captain, I have detected that the town of Edgewater is now without power. I appreciate you doing your part to hasten their demise. What can I do for you, Captain? Do you know how to install a power regulator? Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you, across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
And let's go ahead and do some stuff on the workbench. Can I modify anything on here? about breaking down. Actually seems everything's on the up and up. All right then. Hooray! Installed. Ships up and running.
Something you need?
What can I do for you, Captain? All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Might as well. And off we go!
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Aha, there you are, hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain, horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing.
Drippage? I do not like the sound of that term.
Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Culkelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay.
Slow down your black market.
Gladys and I have been doing business for years. Her smuggling credentials are unimpeachable. If anyone can get you a key to Monarch, it's her.
What's stopping me from leaving Halcyon altogether?
Without a skip drive, good luck. You'll be dead before you make it to the nearest star. Look, I admire your optimism, but the sad truth is you're stuck here. You, me, and the rest of this colony. We're all skating precariously around the edge of oblivion together. None of us are leaving Halcyon alive, so we may as well make it a better place, and we can start by reviving the Hope.
Fair enough.
Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design. Cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time. I call it the holographic shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters.
Can you explain what the holographic shroud is?
Marvelous device. I'm quite proud of myself. The shroud changes the user's appearance to mimic that of another. It has limits. First-generation technology, you see, but promising. Exciting to see it in use at last. Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on standard identity cartridges to generate a holographic projection around you.
You mentioned the thing has limitations.
Only stands up to a casual scrutiny. Use it too long, bound to flicker, blur, something like that. Movement makes it more likely. Best used in moderation. When you see guards in your path you can't sneak past, for example.
Fair enough.
Maintain your distance. Act normal. No running, no jumping. Don't draw their attention. If they pay attention, they're more likely to notice flaws in the hologram.
Okay, so it's like my cover-up kit. Why do I need a gadget for this? Couldn't I just steal a uniform or something?
A change of clothes. What is this? Some old spy serial? What inattentive and brainless guard would be fooled by such a shabby disguise? The holographic shroud masks not only your clothes...
Even fingerprints. Okay, that's actually significant. For, like, biometrics and stuff. Damn. How the hell does a hologram sweeten your... Actually, that's a good question. How the hell does a hologram sweeten your breath?
Science, that's how.
I love for all of the detail that they put into the explanation about this. The sweeten the breath thing is where they say, it's science, shut the fuck up. Oh my god. Alright, I'll put good use to it.
Excellent. I'll contact you once you found...
Oh, it's like the sweeten breath thing is like, what's with all the questions? It's science, forget about it.
Don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission.
Sure thing, Doc.
If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Got it. Well then, I believe with the acquisition of the Unreliable and 2 new crew members and the demise of Edgewater, I think that is a perfect way to end this stream if I can't think of any other way. So hopefully you all enjoyed watching this, and I'll be sure to do more of these, and whether or not we do more videos of different nature in the future, you know, Jordan's got his last semester going on right now, so he hasn't been able to be on much content lately, but hey, I'm able to do this with you guys, and I am more than happy to. So if you guys like more Outer World stuff, be sure to tell me. So, yeah. Hopefully you can follow Jordan over on Twitter at Daydonic Gaming and follow me on @WillOfGame on Twitter. And be sure to also check me out on Twitch if you're watching this on YouTube, because I do these live streamed over on Twitch. So hopefully you can check me out there. So with that being said, hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and catch you later.